But yeah, thanks, Jerome, for your time.
Yes.
But a second ago, you were saying something about the walkers.
Yes.
Keep on walking. What was that?
Some
people walking over on the sidewalk.
They're gangstalkers. Now, you direct your camera at that Tesla. Some of these cars driving by, they're gangstalkers.
Uh-huh.
They harass the homeless. They harass people who use drugs. Now, they're supposed to be part of Block Watch. When you call Joseph, who's head of Block Watch, their name's not on the list. So, I've been going through this for about 4 years. I sat down and started people watching, and there's dog handlers. They trade back and forth. Like anywhere homeless people is, that's where they drive.
You said Block Watch.
Yeah.
What is Block Watch?
Neighborhood Block Watch is intervention. They're supposed to do interventions in their communities. They're not doing that. Now, they basically if you get drug users, they basically make you hallucinate and have a mental breakdown. And when you talk about stuff like that, they send you to Western State Hospital, Eastern State Hospital, stuff like that, You got businesses as part of that. They can go to any building and get into the building.
The Block Watch. These people.
Well, they're supposed to be Block Watch, but they're not. But it's just if you basically know that they're following you, they run into a building.
I can imagine once you kind of believe people are watching you,
yeah,
everyone becomes a suspect.
Yes.
So everyone who starts walking by is like, is that going to be?
Yes.
So,
but
do you develop paranoia?
I remember faces, makes and model of cars, their license plates, but they got Carter Subaru and Honda, Lexus. They could go get their license plate changed the same day.
So, Jerome, are you spending a lot of energy thinking about this stuff?
I've been watching this shit for 4 years now. My ex-girlfriend, and my buddies, they don't believe that. Only time they believe that is when they see it and then they say something. But I'm out here, and I notice this stuff, so how are they spending all this gas money to drive around all day, all night? You tell me that.
I don't know.
Now, you can park anywhere along this street. You see the same cars driving 3-4 times right here.
But you don't think it's just somebody who lives in the neighborhood?
They live in the neighborhood.
Well, I guess that's a Block Watch.
Yeah, but some of them ain't. They're coming from out of state, all that,
Right.
And I've been yelling at them over there at the library. I've been sitting over there, and I see this. I've been seeing this for 3 weeks now. And same people, same cars, back and forth, So I don't know where. I'm trying to find out where their money's coming from. Now, the governor, The state of Washington. Who?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bill Gates. You never know.
I don't know. well, let's get to your story.
Yeah.
Jerome, tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
Born here in Seattle, moved to Spokane. Now I'm back here.
Who raised you?
My grandparents.
And where was mom and dad?
My mom passed away in 2013. My dad's living in Oklahoma. So, just, I'm just out here.
Well, was it just you and grandma growing up? Or did you have brothers?
My grandfather, my sister, that's all.
Okay, gotcha. And what was your home life like growing up with
Well,
grandma?
I was a trouble kid, and then my teens, I started going in and out of juvie, so then jail, then prison.
Well, I don't know how old I don't know how old you are now.
57.
So, but looking back at your teenage self, what do you think was going on with him?
I just, go with the flow, right now. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So you're going in and out of jail when you're in your teen years.
Yeah.
In your 20s, what's happening?
In and out of jail,
Same
drinking, smoking weed, I used to smoke crack, I stopped smoking crack, I stopped drinking, been married one time, divorced, got 5 kids. So
How old are they?
I got I say in their late 20s to 30s.
And from that marriage?
Different mothers.
Different mothers. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. How long did that marriage
Um,
run?
13 years. So
Yeah, that's a long time.
yeah,
Man.
what I know now than back then, I could have been a better dad, but the streets, street life, that's how, pimps, players, prostitution, drugs, that was my environment as growing up,
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Like, tell me more. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're with your grandparents, but you're out doing your thing
Yes.
around all that
Yes.
in that environment.
Yes.
Gotcha. And this is, what, the 80s?
70s, 80s, yeah.
Gotcha. In Spokane, you said?
Spokane, Seattle. I was going back and forth, so yeah.
Gotcha.
ADD kid.
I mean, I think that, you talk about divorce, you're never alone.
No.
It's like, half the people who get married get divorced. It's like,
Yes.
you're not alone in that. ADD, you're not alone in that.
I don't. Females, you have to find the right female. They ain't got bipolar, schizophrenic,
Well, nobody's perfect, man.
You gotta get out of here.
Nobody's perfect,
I mean,
we all have our
yeah.
our challenges. I'll say
Heck
that.
yeah. I mean, shit. I'm single. That's how I'm gonna stay. I'm not getting married again. None of that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. That's what you want to do. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about Lisa. You said you've been in here 4 years.
Since 2016.
And
Homeless.
Jerome.
I was selling papers for Real Change.
Okay.
I brought this girl over with me from Spokane. She just, went back to her old ways. I just don't want to deal with it,
So at this time you're selling papers, you're housed?
No, we was living on the streets in Woodlawn Park. We was all over. So.
Well, I'm curious about, how did you become unhoused? How did that happen? Because a lot of people don't know.
Basically,
how does this happen to a person?
I went back to prison in 2014. Got out 2016. the FBI, Spokane, they deem me as a terrorist, ISIS. Now, everybody know ISIS and Taliban don't get along. So, I mean, you slander me. None of these attorneys in Washington State would represent me to show that I'm not a terrorist. I don't know no terrorists.
Why would they go that route?
Because of my religion.
Gotcha.
So I just trying to hide in the, in the streets.
So when you got out of prison, is that the first time you became unhoused?
Yes.
And what is that process like? I hear they don't give you much when you get out.
They give you like $20, $40, something like that. Yeah.
And what did you do? Did you have a place to go? Were you just hit the streets?
I just, the streets, that's all I knew. That's the only place I can go to. You let these people come in my home, destroy my home, family home. I grew up in this home. And, you got to get the fuck out or pay rent. One or two. This is my house. You're going to be my roommate. Pay half the rent. If not, get the fuck out. So that's when I went to jail for harassment, threat to kill. And it's like, basically, that's when the FBI come talk to me saying, you ISIS, Taliban, and I'd sit here, call these attorneys, nobody want to help. Basically, now I went to jail in Ellensburg. My ex-girlfriend kidnapped me, her and her boyfriend, without my knowledge. All he had to do was pick up my vehicle, bring it back to me, and off the way we go to Spokane. I didn't know they sold my car for $150, and I had to trade my 2015 for a 2005 Escalade. So I'm like, it don't add up, and there's supposed to be a no contact order. The no contact order is not valid whatsoever. Now, Kansas County, they dismissed my case because it was a bogus no contact order from King County. Now, I got them for false imprisonment, falsified documents of courts, and I'm sitting out here, hey, let me have my car back. Get my car back. They don't want to do that. Prosecutor for Superior Court, go something, get my shit. I want my car, This is my car, I paid for it. They don't want to do that, so I'm basically on the streets instead of in my car. So, I mean...
That was 4 years ago.
Huh?
That's 4 years ago.
Now?
Yeah.
I just got out of jail in November.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And I go up there to the prosecutor's office. They said, well, you got to do it civil, because the guy, he talked me into letting him get my car out of tow in Ellensburg. I said, okay, I'll take care of it, whoop-de-whoop. I'll give it back to you, make payments. Now, Jennifer over there, we got everything done. She was gonna get the title.
At the food bank? Jennifer, like at a food bank?
Yeah, at the food bank.
Gotcha.
Dude was missing for 3 days. Now, I can't find him, but now I know where he is today. So, I'm finna go up there. And they got one choice. sign the title over. You know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I want my shit.
Yeah.
And I'm getting my shit. Or I'm going to burn it. I'm going to burn his RV.
Because I hear you see this car as this is your shelter.
Yeah, that's my shelter, my home.
Your home.
Yeah.
And somebody
You took my 2015 and sold it for $150. Come on, man. No way. And the courts just let the shit happen. Put me in jail for 8 months. They bogus the transcripts, court documents of the no contact order. I mean, come on, man. I've been going through this and learning criminal case law, and judge said, well, let me look at it. She looked at it. Hey, it's invalid. Well, pay me for my time I spent in jail in Ellensburg and do something about these forged court documents. Nobody, ACLU, the Bar Association, the Judicial Conduct Commission. I mean, all these people know what really happened, but they want to railroad me to prison.
Yeah.
No way. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I hate to say, man, you're a black man.
Yes.
In the prison
What a
system.
white woman.
Yeah, and like, it's like there's a historical precedent there that's doesn't look well. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry for.
I showed her how to go make money with real change, selling papers. Now, she's been having warrants forever, since 2020. She's still running with these warrants. Now, you're gonna arrest me for, you guys didn't even look up any of that. You just arrested me. Fuck that. I'm tired of that, you know? I didn't do nothing wrong. You know? Pay me, get my car, and squash it. They don't want to do it. Now, all these agencies, government agencies, refuse to help. I got to go sit down and look at case law once again to do a civil lawsuit for false imprisonment, forged documents, court documents.
Yeah.
You know? It's something needed.
Yeah, it sounds like just a mess.
It's a mess.
And
this is Washington State. They're corrupt. They rather have you take them to court to get the money.
Yeah, it's a mess.
You know? And I mean, the community is just fucked.
And it's like, Jerome, do you have the resources for that?
I mean, I got to go to UW or to the courthouse just to look up some documents.
Yeah, right.
You know? No way. These attorneys went to school and they don't want to represent me for the slanderment of terrorists, for these forged documents, court documents. So I'm basically on my own.
Yeah.
So basically I gotta go do the police job. Go get my car, my truck, force, you know, hog tie, whatever, you know. I want my stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what's finna happen.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. They don't want to do nothing, so I got to do their job for them.
Well, heck, you never know who's gonna see this.
Man, here in Washington,
you never know.
Come on, man.
Stuff happens.
These motherfuckers are so corrupt here. They paying these motherfuckers to stalk us. You know? Come on, man. These motherfuckers too. U-Haul. They drive their motherfucking trucks up and down the roads stalking homeless people. You know? Come on, man. You turn your camera around and watch some of these cars. Gangstalkers. Now, tell me this. Out of 100 cars that would come by here, how many think they're gang stalkers out of 100?
Well, that's you got to ask. There's more questions to be asked before that one. I'm not sure gang stalking. I don't know what to say about gang stalking.
Yeah.
It's a curious phenomenon
Yeah.
that is on the edge of conspiracy that I'm not sure
about. It came about.
Yeah.
You know, probably 2017, 18, before COVID.
Yeah.
But they need to, I mean, the police neighborhood block watch Joseph, I talked to him several times. Call 911. 911 ain't doing shit. I went on a high-speed chase with an Uber driver who was stalking me. Now, there was a second person. She jumps out the car with some food. How you get some food when you sitting there for over an hour watching me? Come on, man. I mean,
yeah, I can hear the desire to make sense of it.
Now, that building over there, all these buildings, I mean, the churches, the food lines, food banks, they're all together. They all know each other. They sit around and watch us. They got cameras watching us everywhere we go. You know, this is unbelievable. I'm ready to start breaking their windows. Oh. You follow me, I'm gonna break your windows. I tell them that. And they still follow because they're stupid. They don't know how to, ease, They got enough people to not be seen. So they just do it anyway.
Well, I'm curious, Jerome. We just met.
Yes.
Why are we talking? Why do you think? What is it that you see in me that makes it okay?
I just want to speak. Okay. Let people know about what's going on in Washington State or in California.
Got it.
They even have a thing you can text to become a gang stalker. Seen it. I mean, they sleep in their cars. They be put up in motels, apartments that's being built right now. They don't want to put homeless people in apartments that's already built. They rather put the rich and the middle class in there, and people come from overseas. Well, I'm not gonna live in no tool shed. No way. I refuse to live in a tool shed. Now,
talk about tiny home.
Yes, tiny homes. No way. Behind a fence.
It's not for everybody, and some people, don't want that.
Yeah. So. I mean, they don't even run that right. I'm just,
it's
some of the tiny homes have to come out here, panhandle, do whatever they do just to eat. Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Jerome, one last question I'd like to ask before we wrap up. Is there anything that you'd want the people of Seattle to know?
Man, Washington State, fuck you. That's what I say. Pay me, get my shit from them motherfuckers, and that's it. I'm out of here. Fuck Washington State. I mean, I might be busting their windows out tonight. How you gonna kick me out from the library when the library people say, put your tent close to the road? In the morning, I got woke up by the police saying, pack your shit and get the hell out. Come on, man. 72 hours for an RV to park somewhere, Come on, man. How you...
Yeah,
There's no... I mean, they have a lot of places that's empty that can let us park our RVs.
Yeah.
From
my perspective, unfortunately, Seattle does not like unhoused homeless people.
They don't like us, period.
Sadly, yeah.
You speak to one of these walkers or whatever, they won't even talk to you.
This city is spending a lot of money.
A lot of money.
To, I'll say, sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Out of sight, out of mind kind of mentality. Seems
Hensley. Attorney General Bob Ferguson, he told me in a letter, hey, I can't represent you, and this is conflict of interest or civil complaints against the government. I only work with agencies and government officials. Huh? I called the civil hotline, and you telling me you can't help me. You only represent government officials and agencies. Really?
I don't know what the answers are, but Jerome, good to hear your voice, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, hang in there. Hang in there, man. Let me grab that little mic.
Yeah, these motherfuckers crazy.